Okay, it's been a little while since we did one of these, but it's back like the classic unboxing and review. So I had a parcel come today from America. So let's open it up. I mean, you'll know by the title of the video of what it is. And it is Toy Story 4. Ooh, very nice slip there. Plenty of embossing on the characters, that is pretty cool. Over an hour of bonus, including deleted scenes, toy stories, and more. Lovely and shiny too. Ultimate Collector's Edition, 4K plus Blu-ray plus digital. Got a couple of new characters on the front as well. Forky, Ducky and Bunny, and Duke. Let's have a look at one side. We've got Buzz and Woody. So, Pixar Animation Studios proudly presents the adventure of a lifetime when Woody, Buzz and the gang join Bonnie on a road trip with their new craft project turned toy Forky. The innocent little Spork's hilarious antics launch Woody on a wild quest filled with unexpected new characters and one long-lost friend. A soaring masterpiece stuffed with spectacular animation, humour and heart, Toy Story 4 will blow you away. And plenty of extras on this, as it says there. You get an hour. Deleted scenes, Bo rebooted, Bo Peep is back and stronger than ever. Toy Stories, cast and crew remember their beloved childhood toys. Woody and Buzz, a look back at the legendary friendship. Toy Box, meet the new cast of characters. Let's Ride with Ali Mackey, a humorous lesson in voice recording, and more. Region 3, rated G, so that's a U. And 100 minutes, an hour and 40. Got the poster art on the back. So let's have a look inside, see what we've got. Usually a bit more prepared than this. There we go. So yeah, it's the same inside too. So what do we get? So you get the digital code, which I will be using just to point that out. And you get deleted scene, Bonnie's playtime, a thrilling alternate prologue for the film, and anatomy of a scene prologue. Filmmakers discuss the creative methods used to bring the scene to life. So pop that at the side then and get Disney Movies Club, which is pointless because you can't do it in the UK. Got some nice disc art on here as well. We've got standard Blu-ray, so we've got Buzz, Woody and Bo. We've got the 4K disc with Bunny and Ducky. And Duke Kaboom on the separate bonus disc. And yeah, so I guess that's everything for the unboxing of this one. I'm gonna go ahead and watch this now and do a full review after, so I'll see you then. So we're back now from watching Toy Story 4 in 4K, so just a little bit about the film first. As most franchises get towards like the second, third film, they're tired. Like, sequels are never really fantastic. But Toy Story as a franchise over the span of 25 years, 4 films, TV specials, it really has stood the test of time. You know, considering even now we're living in an era where kids don't really have toys anymore, they have iPads and stuff like that. But yeah, the heart and charm of the franchise is still here and very prominent as ever within the 4th installment. And you can always kind of trust Pixar with doing sequels, unless it's another Cars film, but nobody really cares about them anymore anyway. Now, I'm not actually going to say too much about the film itself because I've already done a separate review when it came out in the cinema. So I'll put a link just down there somewhere. So if you wanted to watch a full film review for it, then you can just click the link and watch it. So let's have a little talk about the audio-visual first of this release. It does include a Dolby Atmos soundtrack, which sounds pretty good anyway, but I don't get the full experience because I don't have a Dolby Atmos sound system, unfortunately. But it's also in a 2:39:1 widescreen aspect ratio, so when you watch it on your TV, you'll have the bars at the top and bottom of the screen. I think it's the first Toy Story film to do that. I'm not sure how 3 did, but I know 1 and 2 are definitely full screen. And yeah, the 4K with HDR was phenomenal. It's starting to get that point in animation with, you know, the very high budget Disney and Pixar films where it's starting to border on looking real, and it's crazy how much they've come on, especially with Toy Story as the landmark for computer generated films. It's just absolutely outstanding, and the vibrancy of the colours in this was just so amazing. And for such a bright film anyway, it really makes them stand out. And you also see so many little details on the characters where if you're watching it in standard DVD you wouldn't notice, but it's just the little things like where all the little furs are on the characters and such. It's just absolutely amazing, the effort that Pixar put into their films. But the standout scene for me, picture-wise, was the carnival scene towards the end of the film when it's nighttime. It's got all the bright kind of neon lights, and it just looked so amazing. It actually looked like a real kind of nighttime carnival. I was blown away. Definitely worth picking up in 4K. And yeah, just the light on top of the dark was just outstanding. And get good special features on this as well, because you know, sometimes now we get kind of let down a bit on special features, but you know, Disney are kind of going back with good special features, and they've actually started putting artwork back on the discs. So what special features do I get? Well, on disc 1 you get 2 little featurettes, which is Bo Rebootin'. That's kind of 6 minutes taking a look at the evolution of Bo Peep from when she was just little Bo Peep with a little frolly, that's not a word, spotty dress in the first film, you know, the kind of cane she uses is just to herd the sheep, but now she uses it kind of to protect herself. She's really become that kind of action heroine in this film, and she's really got a great persona. And yeah, the new Bo Peep's really cool. Then you also get a 5-minute featurette called Toy Stories, which is like the cast and crew of the film, like Tom Hanks, Keanu Reeves, Ali Mackey, just kind of reminiscing about their favourite childhood toys and how some of the toys are brought to life in the film. And yes, that's only 2 on disc 1, which I believe, I'm not sure about the US editions, but in the UK you only get the bonus disc with the most premium format. So I think the second disc of extras only comes with the 4K version and the 3D version, which I think the UK is the only place that gets the 3D Disneys now. Anyway, what do we get on disc 2 for the extras? Well, we'll get plenty to keep us going for a good hour or so. So you've got 5 minutes, which is Let's Ride with Ali Mackey, and that's kind of like the voiceover process in these films, from just little noises they make to recording full lines and fully animating them, and how kind of long of a process that is. And then we've got a nice little featurette called Woody and Buzz, which is 3 minutes. It kind of looks back at the relationship between Woody and Buzz from the first film and the development that's gone on between them, but not just their relationship, but as individual toys as well. So it looks a bit at the character development over the 3 films, and looks how they've kind of changed in this film. Then we've got Anatomy of a Scene, the playground. So the playground's where Woody and Bo first meet. Not Buddy, that's an elf. And yeah, so it just kind of dissects that scene, looks at all the little, there's lots of Pixar Easter eggs in that scene as well, looks at kind of how they created the background. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was really good because I'm kind of interested in watching that stuff. And then we've got Toy Views, which is like about a minute or so, a minute and a half, and it just goes around 2 areas of the film, but from a toy's perspective. It's pretty interesting to watch actually. So like quite far on the ground, kind of looking up at virtually everything apart from the grass on the ground. And then we've got the toy box, which is 13 minutes worth of featurettes, and it's all about introducing the new characters such as Forky, Duke Kaboom, Ducky and Bunny, and Gabby, and I think that might have been it, or there might have been a couple more as well. But that was pretty funny to watch, especially for Ducky and Bunny and Forky's. It was how they kind of decided how to bring these characters to life in the film. And then the big feature that everybody is kind of goes for watching these is the deleted scenes, and it's 28 minutes worth, so there's a whopping load there. And yeah, it's pretty interesting because all of them must have been taken out pretty early because they're all like animatic sketches. And yeah, so it's just deleted alternate scenes as always. I'm not going to say what they are because, well, I never do say what the deleted scenes are because that's like the go-to special feature for people, so I'm not going to spoil that. But it's kind of understandable why they were deleted. They don't really add anything noteworthy to the story. But they were still, you know, pretty fun to watch, just what could have been at times. And then finally there's the trailers and promos, which is about 5-10 minutes or so, not too long. And it's just exactly as it says, a few little promo pieces, then a couple of the trailers in foreign languages, which is fair enough, I suppose. Not really much to say there, but it's good to watch, kind of hear what some of the other characters sound like in different languages. Like, I think it was Russian and German, the two foreign ones. So, in conclusion, what do I think of this? This is an absolutely outstanding release. It's an amazing film, 5 out of 5 for the film. It's got amazing audio visuals and enough extras to keep fans entertained. So, as a release, I'm giving it a full 5 stars, without a doubt. It is phenomenal, and if you've got 4K, you know, animated films don't usually make too much of a difference, I've noticed, but this one does. This one is definitely worth getting in 4K. Even much more than the first 3 films, which are pretty good upgrades of the Blu-rays, but there's only so far they can take a 25-year-old film and how good they can make it look. But this is a contemporary animated film, a lot of work put into it, as Pixar always do. To me, Pixar are the leaders of animated films, without a doubt. They are fantastic. I think they've only had 2 bad films, and that was the Cars sequels. And yeah, so as I say, finally, I'd highly recommend this. So thank you very much for watching. The rest of the month now is all essentially going to be dedicated to horror. So we'll get the nice family stuff out the way first. And yeah, I'll probably see you over the next couple of days for the next video.